on CP Life, we are going to be talking a little bit about the transition from high school to college, college to graduate school to work, and then back to school, and then what's next.
And I'm here for the vibe. I know nothing.
Well, I think it's really good because I think we're going to have a great conversation about like how our paths are a little bit different, but also like so similar and have led to so much success. Because you chose to not go to college and you started your own business and have all of this. Like Anna's got it down. I had a job for multiple years and decided to go back to school to become an OT, and that's not working out so well. So I'm taking a bit of a break, but I've had an excellent time in OT school, and hopefully I will go back. We'll see what happens. I'm so indecisive. But so I guess start with high school.
I bet so. Yeah, and if you might want to see my story, I'm putting it right here.
Yeah. So go watch that one first, and then come back to this one. Okay. So I graduated high school way back in 2011. So I know a lot of things with policies and programs have changed from then to now. I can't really speak to what's happening now, but I can definitely tell you.
I can kind of think of what's happening now.
Perfect.
If you want to, I think in the St. Louis County area where we are, I know that her ad is now transitioning their IEP process to supporting the right process, which means they want their students to decide their own pathway and what they want to do, and they want to build a center around them, which is basically what I did, even way before the system was like that, but now they're putting that in preschool all the way up to high school, and those documents are supposed to follow you, and they're also doing parent work about all that. So I think we're transitioning away from the automatic vocational rehab, like institutional, not vocational rehab, but like the 21 and up program, whatever that's called.
I think it's vocational rehab. I love that they are using Charting the Life course now.
Oh no.
Okay. So I love. Maybe. We'll just give you a break. Hang on.
You guessed.
Okay, I love that they're using the Charting the Life course tool starting in pre-K now. When I was in high school, a junior or a senior, they had just started developing Charting the Life course. So I was able, one of my PTs recommended me to go to a conference that was led by the group that started Charting the Life course. Yes, it was Shelley, and she is amazing. So is Pam, who is one of my long time PTs and up on the list of people I trust to help me in an emergency. And yeah, anyway, so Pam and Shelley connected me to Charting the Life course. I've been a really big advocate and using it informally for, I guess, ever.
Me too. I like that. What I made my high school do, develop the whole day. Using that.
Yeah.
And they hated me.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I feel like there would be a lot of resistance to that. Yeah, but it's such a useful tool, and I'm excited that more people are going to get the opportunity to use it.
Yeah, and I'm excited that they're wanting parents. Parent would have,
Yeah, that's huge. Getting parent buy-in on like independent living goals early is so important. More on that later. Yeah, so in my transition, I toured colleges, I started the conversation with Voc Rehab, and had my decision made by mid-junior year because I knew that it would take a long time to get all of my services and whatnot set up. So I knew I was going to go to Maryville for undergrad, and I knew that I wanted to do rehabilitation services. I had originally wanted to do OT, but at the time, they didn't think the curriculum was like accessible enough for me to be able to successfully participate in
At
it.
Maryville?
Yeah, at Maryville. So I did rehab services and had an excellent experience, and even got to take some OT classes with the director of the OT program there, Dr. Cunningham, and it was an amazing experience for me. I think I should talk about like what it was like getting to set up services first.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how do you do that? What's the pathway? I know, like you and I have a whole department, but I don't know, like if you're not a resident there, what is the process?
Yeah, so
Not resident, but
I got connected with a Voc Rehab counselor, and they walked me through the process of how to get all of the services that I needed. So the first step is applying for Social Security Disability, or SSI, which is the Supplemental Security Insurance Income? I don't know. Different though, because it's SSI and then SSDI. So SSI is Social Security, and you are eligible for that if you're disabled before the age of 18. And then there's a couple other ways that you can get on the SSI program. The SSDI program is a service for if you have been working and paid into the Medicare or Medicaid system with your taxes, and then have been able to, like, had a reason to stop working. That's how you get the SSDI. So the process is two completely different things.
They're both terrible.
Both very similar and very difficult to navigate. As Anna would put it, terrible.
Yeah, and then at that point.
Yeah, it's hard to advocate through that system because I hope it's getting better, but I think a lot of folks in the offices don't understand, like don't have a good understanding of the policies and why people need the programs to survive.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of pushback when you're trying to apply, which isn't great, but that's a whole other thing. So I got on Social Security. I had Voc Rehab approval. I needed to figure out how I was going to live on campus because that was something that was really, really important to me. I wanted that full college experience of living on campus, being involved in student life activities, going to classes, and playing sports. So I started looking around. Well, my mom is amazing, and she does all of the behind the scenes work for me because she just is an organizational mastermind, and I would not be able to be where I am without her. So Mom started looking at all of the different Medicaid programs, different options. She made a spreadsheet that had so she made a spreadsheet that had all of the service options, what coverage they provided, and then there's like a couple other like rows of information, and we only knew like 2 or 3 people that had gone to college and lived there successfully. So we were really like trying to solidify a path. I would say like the path was paved in loose gravel, and we were trying to like go over it and pave it in packed gravel so that someone could later go over it and pave it in concrete.
Right.
I think we were like successful with getting it to packed gravel, which is moderately accessible, and I'm really proud of the work we did. But we had multiple conversations with directors of Department of Health and Human Services in Missouri, Jessica Bax, who is, I think she's still, no, she's not anymore?
No, you mean, he moved. I don't know who it is now.
Oh, okay, well, I did know, I knew Jessica Bax. She was really great and really listened to individuals with disabilities and took care to try to implement their suggestions. So I had a couple of state representatives that were really amazing and had my back. 2 of them were PTs, and they had either served me as a client or been in the district that I was like receiving services in. So I had 2 excellent like physical therapist advocates in the state legislature to support me. So I think that's really important to remember, that like it is, you have to have a support network. So we went to all of these meetings, had to actually get some policies amended, which was a whole process, but we did it. And by June, we knew that I would be able to have services. In July, I was at the Missouri Youth Leadership Forum in Columbia, Missouri, and my mom called me and she said, hey, so we have a small problem. They said you can't receive services at college because it's not your home. And we were like, what? I'm gonna be living there. So mid-June, early July, we had to like scramble to recontact everybody and be like, what do you mean that, and can we change it? Fortunately, we were able to change it and meet all of my needs. So in August, I moved in. I lived in one dorm for all of the years that I was there, and had PCAs to help me throughout the day, someone to help me overnight. At that time, I was on a different waiver, Healthy Children and Youth, which is kind of a
And we'll talk about waiver in the next video.
Yes. So which is like a feeder to the other waivers that you can get on as an adult. So more on that later. I moved in, I did all of the like freshman orientation week things, and I was like, this is it. This is my home. Like, I belong here. And I had an amazing 4 years. I of course like had tears and wanted to drop out a couple times.
Everybody does.
Right, everybody does.
It doesn't matter if you want to able or not. But I have had to on right now we're doing the bad and they want you.
Yeah. So, and like it's also like such an important part of like if you choose to do college, like having those hard days where you do like call your mom and cry for 30 minutes. I still have days like that where I have to call my mom and cry for 30 minutes.
Even I want you to do, some of you who may not know, I worked the lab, my very part-time government lab recently, and I was hired almost 2 times a week. I couldn't figure it out. I have moved on. It was so terrible. But I'm just saying it was natural part of my coming upset about everything.
Yeah. So in 2015, I graduated with my bachelor's in rehabilitation services and a minor in political science, and applied to 2 different grad school programs and got into both, and I was very lucky to have the opportunity to choose between rehabilitation counseling at Maryville or public administration at SLU. And I really went through my options and my goals of what do I want to do as a disabled adult? How do I want to give back to my community? How do I want to serve? And how do I want to be there for the greater good? So I decided to get my master's in public administration at SLU, and I did that 2-year program in a 3 years. So I also lived on campus when I was at SLU. They had off-campus housing that was on campus, and they had multiple accessible apartments in that building.
And one second, you said that you did it in a 2-year program in a 3-year. Is
Yes.
that disability accommodation?
Yeah. So
I don't think people know that you can do that.
Yeah.
You need to.
I will. More on that.
I was afraid. Don't pass that up.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so I lived on campus in grad school. I had the best crew of PCAs that a girl could ask for. I'm so incredibly blessed to have them and to have been able to be with them through their undergrad journey while I was going through my grad school journey, and then also be there to support them in their grad school journey. And it's just really beautiful and lovely and amazing to be able to watch people that care for you and you care for grow and have so much success.
And on that note, I'm gonna hop on that head. People think that the people who take care of me or you, we don't provide anything for them, which is so untrue. 2 things to know in my life right now. I've had an evaluation party from one of my PTA last night. I'm so dang proud of her. And then also I wrote a recommendation letter for one of my PTA last week, and I think we built a bond. They learn from us depending on what industry they're going into, and it is really a true two-way street. And when they make you to go on to the next chapter, it's really a bittersweet moment for the 2 of us. I had a PTA, and you're gonna know who they is, who went home and he was really upset that he was leaving.
Yeah, something that my PCAs have said to me multiple times is, we love working with you because you teach us so much.
Right.
And that affirmation is so helpful when you are feeling down and like you're a burden.
Right.
You are not a burden. Your needs are not a burden. They are normal. This is something I have to say to myself daily.
Yep.
And you deserve quality care to meet all of your independence goals.
Right, and for me, it's my that too. I'm wanting to be able to remain